We all have a gift. Actually, we all have many gifts, but sometimes it's hard to see what they are. I know that when I was growing up, I didn't really feel like I had many gifts, and I certainly did not feel like I was any better than anybody else. But in my later years, it became apparent to me that everyone has gifts, and it's through these gifts and how we serve others. You see, our gifts are how we make the world a better place. I mean, we all want to leave the world a better place than we found it, right? My personal belief is that it's our purpose in life to figure out what our gift is so that we can serve others, because it is through that service to others where we find our true, authentic selves. Once you've figured out what your gift is, it's time to share it with the world. No one can do this but you, so tap into your uniqueness and put your voice out into the universe. If you need some help, we've rounded up a few clips of inspiration of the importance of sharing your gift to the world. Enjoy.
The story that I want to tell you today isn't about a piano, as much as it is about door openers. When I was a new mom, I decided that I wanted to take my new baby daughter to church, a little church out in the country in a field. And I discovered something very interesting about that church right away. They did not have a piano player. And every week, they would announce that they were looking for, hoping to find, and even praying for a piano player. And there I was, sitting in the pew, bouncing my baby daughter on my lap, thinking, now that would really be something, to be a piano player at a church. But I knew I wasn't near good enough, or talented enough, or educated enough for such a thing. Well, many weeks went by, and I began to realize that there really weren't any piano players to be had for this little church. So I gathered up my courage, pulled the person aside who seemed to be in charge, and confessed that I could play the piano a little, not very much, and I didn't know all the songs in their big song book. I could probably only play with my right hand to start, but if they were willing, I would do my very best until someone with more ability came along. And do you know what that church said? Well, they said yes, because they didn't know or believe or care that I wasn't talented enough or good enough or educated enough. And there I was with a little baby and a really big songbook. But what I didn't have at home at that time was a piano. So I would go to the church once a week to practice the songs for the next week's service. Mostly what I would do is pick out the melodies. And the congregation sang. I think much about that congregation, because here's the honest truth. I really fumbled through those first couple of years, and yet to a person, they never criticized me, never made me feel bad about my mistakes, of which there were many, hundreds, probably thousands. They were patient when I would jump up in the middle of a song because I could hear my baby fussing in the back. They were patient when I played with a baby on my lap. Somehow I had managed to land in an entire congregation of encouragers. Eventually, I began to learn a little left hand. My self-confidence grew. I became slightly less terrified every week. I learned some really great truths, such as that opportunity often comes simply because there is a need, and that you don't have to be a professional all at once, or even at all, to find a way to do what you love to do. Mostly I realized that I wanted to be to other people the way that congregation had been to me. I wanted to be that person that could see past another person's inexperience, see past their obstacles, see past their rough edges. I wanted to be that person who could see the abilities and the talents and the gifts that were theirs. I wanted to be a door opener to those around me. And I would encourage everyone here to be a door opener to those around you. But I do enjoy playing the piano and teaching others to make a little music in this crazy world. I find it fascinating, however, that after almost 30 years of having fun with the piano, I can still hardly accept a compliment when it comes to that gift. Do you know when I typed up the notes for my talk and worked through my rough draft, every time I type the word talent in reference to myself, I put it in quotation marks. I have learned that I am not alone in this habit of self-criticism. I have coined a new phrase: closet piano players. A closet pianist is someone who has been given the gift to make the piano sing beautiful songs. But because closet piano players do not believe in themselves, the world is denied that gift. Instead, they believe the lie that so many of us believe, that we are not good enough, not talented enough, not educated enough, not enough, and the wonderful gift that is theirs is denied to the world. We need to understand that our talents are meant to enrich the lives of those around us. Our gifts are meant to enrich our families. They're meant to be a blessing to our friends, our neighbors, our coworkers, our entire circle and network of people. When you share your passion, however inexperienced, however uneducated, something magical happens. You will make people smile. You will brighten their day. You will remind them that there is still good in the world. And you will encourage them to find and explore and share their talent. You will find a power to open doors and other people that you never expected, just by not being too afraid or too intimidated or too shy to share your gift or to share what you know or what you love. Truly, this is the best pay it forward ever. The greatest resource on our planet isn't diamonds or gold. It isn't barrels of oil or fancy palaces. It isn't even money. It's people. And until more and more of the billions of people that walk the face of our planet can recognize that they have a gift, are willing to share that gift, and can see the gifts and talents in others, then the world is lacking in all that it could be. I can see a world where there are no closet piano players, where there are no closet authors, songwriters, philosophers, poets, no closet engineers, no closet architects, no hidden gifts at all. Be that person. Be a door opener.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Out of all of the hats that I wear, radio talk show host, television entertainment reporter, grad student, these all enrich my life. They're good ideas. Oh, but they're my talents on display. You see, singing, it moves me, it transforms me. It's the God idea in my life. It's my gift. Now, I'm fortunate to know that. My parents knew it and they made sure that I knew it. But not everyone comes into their gifts so easily. A great way to begin is by understanding the difference between a talent and a gift. Steve Harvey, author, radio and television host, as well as comedian, he said it where I could understand it. He said, your talent will allow you a wonderful career. A career is what you are paid for, but your calling is what you are made for. A calling ties directly into your gift. That's good, isn't it? Now, for those of you who know this, honey, you are lucky. Run and use your gift. Use it until you are used up, dead, gone, kaput. But for those of you who don't know, I have to ask, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? I hope to help you begin to answer the question, why was I born? For in that answer, that's where you will find your gift. So what is it that you would do if you never were paid for it? Seriously, that's what you need to think about. Go back to your childhood and wonder, did I dance all the time? Did I talk all the time like me? Did you build all the time? Go back to that time and reconnect with what you did, that one thing that you couldn't stop doing, That's where your pearls of your gift are. Search and search and search until you find them. And don't be surprised if it's not what you expected. For example, you remember in 2009 with Britain's Got Talent? Remember a woman walked out on stage, frumpy, unassuming, quiet in nature. When Simon Cowell started interviewing her, people in the audience started laughing. And then she opened her mouth and sang. And she blew the world away. Susan Boyle blew the world away, and we never cared what she wore again. Now, once you have the gift, you have to nurture it, protect it, and care for it. That means everything you do, you should start to breathe it into your gift. My parents told me every day that I was beautiful, every day. What if they had told me I was ugly, fat, and stupid? Would I have been silenced, broken, have used my gift for something else in a different way? No, they said, Geraldine, you are beautiful. But every day, you are beautiful, you are beautiful. And I bought into it. I believed it. I believed it. I still believe it today. I am Janet Jackson in a bigger box. Affect, infect, affect, infect, affect, infect. I cannot tell you how important those words are. But the words can support your gift. Be careful what you say, what words you choose to build you up, to support you, to help you in giving out your gift. Now it's time to decide. You've got the gift, you know how to nurture it and care for it. You got to share it. You have to choose how to share it. It will absolutely be up to you. And it's never too late. Some people come early into their gifts, some people come late into their gifts. You still have to decide how to share it. Will you be generous with it? Will you do good with it? Be good with it. That's the question. Choose wisely. Because every time you deliver that package, and it is a package to be delivered, every time you deliver it, it has to come from the right place. And when it doesn't, it disturbs you. It disturbs your inner core. Now, there will be times when you will be exhausted. You won't even know how to keep pouring out the next time you need to give your gift. We pour it and pour it and pour it. You've seen nurses and doctors like that, right? You've seen teachers, principals, and even students do that. They pour and pour and pour themselves out. Where do they go to fill up? We all need a filling station for our gift. Find one. For me, it is steeped in those 5 large gatherings that my family and I have. First of all, they keep me humble. First of all, they keep you real. And when I leave those family gatherings, I am completely satiated, mentally, spiritually, and yes, unfortunately, physically. But I am filled, ready to pour out again and again and again. So, what have we learned here today? We learned that you have a gift, that it absolutely matters. You belong to it and it belongs to you. You belong to it, it belongs to you. Go out, nurture, protect it, care for it. Figure out how you're going to share it. Be careful. When you're not quite sure which way to go, give yourself a mantra to help build it up. Come up with a personal statement, a constitution. But above all, choose whether you are going to affect or infect. Affect or infect. It truly is your choice. Now you can never say you didn't know. Thank you.